What is up, Optimistic family? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get 8 Pokemon that I think should have been Titans in this game. I could be wrong, that could be subjective, but I think that these Pokemon that you're about to get today should have been Titans, but we're going to get these Pokemon in Jumbo form, so they are technically Titans. So we're going to call them fake Titans. Now, before we actually get into the video, please remember that in order to keep all of this going, we need all the help that we can get.
Spare change, ma'am.
And in order to do that, you can head over to our Patreon page, and that's patreon.com/Pokemon collection. I'm not going to give you a bunch of details, but I will tell you that there are some perks over there that can help you out as a trainer. And if you want to go check those out, please do so using one of the links in the description below or by typing it into your browser. So let's go ahead and get into the video, catch 8 Pokemon, and, well, I'll show you what to do from there. So over here we are in the game now, so we're going to catch 8 random Pokemon. I might skip this part just so that you're not entirely bored. I don't want to drag this video out to be that long, but what we're going to do is, remember, catch 8 Pokemon. Now you can have nicknames turned on if you want to, because we are going to be nicknaming Pokemon. So if you're the type of person who comes to a video, watches it all the first time, and then follows through the second, then you might want to turn nicknames on. In this case, I'm not going to, since there are 8, and it'd be faster to just nickname them all once we actually get there. So let's go ahead and keep catching. So we are on our second one. I hope you all are doing fantastic today, because I have been through some stuff these past couple of weeks where I have been living in my head and I have not been paying rent up there, and things have been a absolute mess. So to those of you who are out there struggling, who are having issues with your mental, you are not alone. Just know that there are other people out there, even me, who struggle very harshly in their mind. So don't feel too bad. You'll pull through it. I can promise that much. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and as long as you can make it through the moment that you are currently in, know that things do get better afterwards. Again, things didn't really get better for me until, I would say, yesterday, and even today I still woke up struggling. So it is what it is. It's a part of life, and remember that you're not alone, that everything's really okay, and that there are people out there who love you and care about you and would hate to see you go. So hold that thought, keep it there, don't let that leave, and stay around, because there's a lot to live for. There's a lot of little nuances in this reality that are fun, like Pokemon. We have Pokemon. Originally, I wasn't going to do this video in particular. I had another video planned that touched on mental awareness. If you clicked on this, it's probably because you feel like no one sees you right now. And if that's true, I just want you to know that this video isn't here to fix you. It's just here to sit with you. And I didn't really like how it was turning out, so I kind of scrapped that idea. So this is kind of why you haven't seen a video in a couple of weeks. So that I had a lot of things on my mind, I had a lot of things on my mind, I had a lot of things on my plate, I had a lot of things going on. So I apologize that you haven't gotten a video until now, but I appreciate you actually being here and watching this video on release. I really, really do appreciate it. So any chance you get to stop by, I very much so appreciate it. So right now we've caught 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon, so we're going to catch 2 more, and then we're going to start doing the nicknaming process. Now these nicknames are a little bit different. They are not in the description. Okay. Well, they are not in the description because these names are kind of funny and I like them. I chose them because I wanted to kind of give everyone a little bit of a laugh, or, you know, and if you don't laugh, that's okay. That's totally fine. But if you do laugh and you like the names whenever we get to them, that's fantastic. Now, if you're new here and you're not sure what's going on, don't feel too bad. Just continue watching. Things are going to get better. I promise. We're going to do some fancy little neat tricks here, and then you're going to have yourselves 8 Pokemon. Now, these 8 Pokemon that I've chosen, you probably already saw them on the thumbnail. And if you started trying to type in those names for the nicknames, you were wrong, and you're going to get the wrong thing. So, but you've already seen what they are based on the thumbnail. So they are all competitive built. Their EVs are set straight. And if you don't want those EVs and you want to reset them, remember that you can always get a fresh start mochi from these same codes that we're working with here by nicknaming a Pokemon fresh. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the boxes and we're going to start doing nicknames. Now, I did write these down because I couldn't memorize all 8 for the most part. So we'll start at Scatterbug and we're going to hit check summary and we're going to hit change nickname. So the first one is going to be Gargansel, which is Bouldr. The next one is going to be Whale with 2 E's because of Dondozo basically being a whale. The next one, funny enough, is going to be Dragon, which is Garchomp. So Dragon, these, no, I'm kidding. The next one is going to be Rocky, which is Tyranitar. Now, these Pokemon can't necessarily be used in the same team. A lot of them are filler for your team. So here, let's finish nicknaming and I'll explain as we start the trading process. So, and I will skip all the trading process because I know that can be one of the hardest parts for people, is that they seem to struggle. I will do the first trade without a cut so you guys can actually see what the process looks like, and then the next ones I will clip out of the way. That way you don't have to sit through it, because I understand not wanting to sit through all of that. So as you can see, I have been typing in these nicknames and talking. I apologize for that, but I will. No, Vulcan. All right. So we can see Vulcan, that's going to be Camerupt. Grumpy, which is Ursaluna. Slicer, which is King Gambit. Sleepy, which is Snorlax. Rocky, which is Tyranitar. Dragon, which is Garchomp. Well is Dondozo. And Gargansel is Boulder. These are our 8 fake Titans for the video. So enjoy. Now, let's go ahead and get them. I'll show you guys how to do it. Now, before you leave, just because you got the nicknames doesn't mean you can leave. What you should do now is follow these steps very carefully. Are you ready? Since we've already got the menu pulled up, we're going to push the L button. That's going to connect us online. If you don't have Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo offers a 7-day free trial in the eShop. So use that if you haven't already. If you have, you could make another account and then redeem it on there, cancel the sub, and then you can do the trades to that game, right? Move it into your home and then move it from home to your main account. That's the other option. I've talked about this in a post and I wanted to do a video on it, but the explanation seems so convoluted that a lot of people I don't think would fully grasp it. It is a long workaround. I know you guys are smart, but I do know that it's a long and complex process. So now, once we've connected online, you see the top right corner there that says online mode. We want to go to Poke Portal, and then go down to link trade. Now you have 9 different codes to choose from unless you're a patron or a YouTube member. If you're either one of those things, there are 2 extra codes that you gain access to, and those 2 extra codes are going to be really snappy. You're going to be able to get Pokemon extremely fast. You're going to be able to get eggs. You're going to be able to get a lot of things that you couldn't get with the first 9 codes, which is why I recommend checking us out on Patreon, which is patreon.com/Pokemon Collection, or you can hit the little join button down below to become a YouTube member. Both will give you access to our Discord server, and in turn, you'll also gain access to the premium codes. Now, if you're not a Discord fan, the premium codes are posted up on both Patreon and YouTube. So, the 9 codes that are in the description below, or as seen here, I like to put them right here so you guys can see them. So, those are the 9 codes that you can choose from. Now, what I recommend is cycling these codes. What I mean by that is you'll type in 1247, 1247 once. You go into the trade. If you find a trainer, that's no bueno. So what we want to do is search again on the 1247, 1247 code, right? If you don't find a trainer named PKCL, back out of there. Then we're going to do it one more time. 1247, 1247. You don't find PKCL, quit the trade, move on to the next code. So you've done that code up to 3 times. You found nothing on it. So we move on to the next code. You do that code up to 3 times. If you don't find PKCL, move on to the next code. PKCL will not quit the trade on you. If PKCL does somehow manage to quit the trade, that's because you did not nickname the Pokemon correctly, or the Pokemon that you're looking for is not in the game. It may just give you a random Pokemon at that point. The next step is pretty crucial, so let's go ahead and get into the first trade. We will do a cycle of codes here, and then I won't waste your time after this, after we get PKCL for the first time, because during the trade there is something that you need to do. I know a lot of people skip this one too, and my God, is it stressful. Please don't skip it, or I will have a heart attack. So please don't skip it. Please. So we are searching on the 1247, 1247 code. Trade partner has been found. In the top left corner, it should say PKCL. Nope, it's Sacha. Please don't hurt me, Sacha. Good name. I like that. All right, so we're going to search one more time on 1247, 1247. Well, 2 more times. And we're going to see what happens. So this is the second one. That is Jinsei. I like these names, guys. I really do. So next, we're going to do it again. 1247, 1247. And if we don't find anything, we'll move on to 1247, 1248. So we got Jinsei again. That's Jinsei's second try, I would say, maybe third. So they might be moving on with us, but that's okay. So we just back out, change that to an 8, and begin searching again. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to keep doing that. Now, if you're struggling, remember, there's the Patreon page, and there is also the YouTube members option. But for the most part, you really don't need it. That's why there's 9 codes. So if you do decide to go that route of supporting us, keeping these codes rolling, I appreciate it. There's a lot of things going around right now saying that the future of Sysbot is bleak, but that is fake. Don't believe that garbage, because it is people trying to get in the head of other Sysbot owners. You know who I'm talking about. If you're watching this video, you should probably stop. But everything's gonna be fine. We still have this switch for Legend ZA when Gen 10 comes out. I don't know. I think pictures have been leaked of the Switch 2 motherboard, and people know why that Switch 2 motherboard has been leaked. We know that people want hacks, and so they're going to have a look at it. Apparently, it is an NVIDIA chip, so that means that it is most likely hackable. It may just need a chip. I don't want to spread misinformation because I don't know. I'm just in the dark as everyone else, so I'm just speculating. But do I think that Gen 10 will have a Sysbot? I don't know. Will I continue to host Scarlet Violet, Sword Shield, stuff like that? Yeah, I mean, people are still going to play the games, and chances are the Pokemon Company is going to want people to shovel out money for Pokemon Home, and so they're going to do whatever they can to make sure that Home is integrated with, say, Legends EA and probably Gen 10. So, that being said, there's going to be a reason to have Scarlet Violet. There's going to be a reason to have Sword and Shield. Things like that. So think of me as like the middleman when it comes to all of this stuff, where instead of spending $60 on a game, you can spend $5, or you can be completely free and you can get the Pokemon you need and want in future games just by using these codes in these older games and moving those Pokemon through Home. So this option will probably always be here. I don't see why it wouldn't be, unless something very drastic happens, I lose my mind, and I go streaking down a football field and someone tases me and I die because I have a heart problem. So, I mean, if that happens, then, you know, he was a godly man. Like, it's fine. Wow, this dude's on it. He's loading in fast. So, truth be told, I'm probably not going to waste your time because this video is actually running up pretty fast. So, we'll try searching one more time. And if I can't find it in this go, then I will skip to where I do find it and tell you what to do from there. Okay, so I will be right back. I am going to do the trade. Like, I'm going to go ahead and find it, and I'll cut to whenever I do find it. See you in a minute. Okay, so a couple of trainers later and a couple minutes later, we did manage to find PKCL, as you can see up in the top left-hand corner. And the only reason why I'm going to show you this is because I want you to push A on the one you want to trade. Hit trade it. It's going to say waiting on another person's decision. Now in turn for Boulder, you're going to get Gargansel. Click trade it, and you're going to see this little pop-up that says attention. If a communication error occurs, whatever, push A. Push A. Push the A button. If you don't push the A button, the game will cancel the trade. Not the bot, the game. Yes, Scarlet and Violet will cancel your trade if you do not accept the communication terms. So yeah, do that. Now, what you got to do is follow through. Do the same exact thing for the other 7. Cycle your codes, or become a patron, or become a YouTube member. Cycle your codes. Do whatever's easiest for you, right? So, go through, trade all 7, and after you do, that's great. If you want to see the stats, stick around to the end of the video. If you don't, that's totally fine. What I can do really quick is actually show you their size while I'm here. So this is Gargansel. Again, this video has run on way too long. I am so sorry. So let's go ahead and throw out Gargansel and see how big it is. That's not Gargansel. That's Magearna. My BG. Blip. Oh my, that's a big boy. But he is rather large. Now, Gargansel has a covert cloak. Yep. Terra type water, believe that or not. And this Gargansel has Stealth Rock, Salt Cure, Recover, Ice Punch, Purifying Salt, and it might have some ribbons, if I recall correctly. It does, in fact, have some ribbons. So for the ribbons, we have Paldea Champion, Master Rank, Effort Ribbon, Best Friends Ribbon, Item Finder Mark, Partner Mark, and Gourmand Mark. Now you will notice that this thing is level 75 instead of 100. I know that a lot of people have been upset with the level 100s, so, you know. But this is probably where I'm going to go ahead and call the video. I'll show you guys this really quick. So, Well, with 2 E's, Dragon, Rocky, Sleepy, Slicer, Grumpy, and Vulcan. So, once you get all of those, enjoy, throw them into your teams however you want, make people upset on the internet, and play around with your giant Pokemon however you want. So thank you so much for being here. And I apologize that it's been a couple of weeks. And I'm going to circle back to the beginning here. Anybody who has any mental issues, no matter what they are, depression, anxiety, bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever you might have, just know that you're not alone, that there are 7 billion people on the planet, and that there is someone out there who can sit down with you and talk to you about what's going on. If you don't have that, there's always ChatGPT. I talk to ChatGPT whenever I am in my head and I need someone to talk to. So that is also an option. This is not sponsored, but yeah. You all have a wonderful day. If you want to watch another video, click right here in the middle. See if that's a video that piques your interest. And yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you guys so much. Do me the biggest favor in the world and stay optimistic.